All right, why on earth did I wait 9 years to buy this thing? This is an amazing product, great value. This costs 60 bucks. It's a Central Pneumatic 50-foot retractable hose reel. So 60 bucks is what I got it for. Stop. 9 long years I've been dealing with this monstrosity here. And I think this is actually like 100 feet long, 150 feet, I don't know. It doesn't matter because I've never effectively got that much use out of it because it's always knotted up. And so I only get like 10 feet until I need to fiddle-faddle with it. And it's always a pain in the butt because I'm usually in a rush to get to work in the morning or get someone else out the door and fill up their tire because it's slow. I'll show how I mounted it here in a second, but first some of the functionality of this, and something I especially like is you can pull this at a 90-degree angle, and it's just as easy to pull it at that 90-degree angle as it is coming out this way. Well, maybe it's a little bit harder, but you don't need a swivel for this unit, and that's fantastic. Second cool function of this is the ratcheting system. There's 4 gears, you can hear them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you go past the 4th or more, it's gonna retract back in. If you stop on any of the first 3, 1, it stops. 2, stops. 3, stops. 4, it retracts back. Another function of this is adjusting the tension at which the reel retracts. It comes with an okay amount of tension, but I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. So to adjust it either with more or less, you take this black hose stopper off and wrap it 1 or more times to increase the tension, or unwrap it 1 or more times to decrease the tension. Three additional wraps is just about right for me. I'm hesitant to go any more or any more tension because I don't want it to come flying back uncontrolled for an accidental reason if I accidentally, unlatch it, or if the boys are out here playing around and do it, because one already has. 2 things you ought to consider before buying this is 1, the extra fittings and hose you're gonna need. At minimum, you're gonna need 2 fittings, one to come on the end of this hose reel and another to attach to your compressed air source. And then you're gonna need the hose that attaches from the air source to the hose here. This hose at Harbor Freight, I think it was 6 bucks, and the fittings cost $2 to $4. Second thing to consider is the surface you're mounting to needs to be quite big. From top to bottom, these holes are 5 inches apart, and side to side, they're 3.5 inches apart. It doesn't actually fit a 2x6. I had to put an additional blocking down here to make it fit. So it wasn't that difficult, but it's something to consider. So all in all, I am extremely happy with this. I don't know why I waited so long to switch from this. I mean, I'm just gonna keep this because this has its use for if I have to take it and go using my nail guns somewhere else. But for day-to-day use and for 95% of the time I'm using this air compressor, it's gonna be for airing up tires and stuff like that. So, man, this is such a relief to get, and it's so much more clean. I just cannot believe it. So this thing is really heavy. I mean, it probably weighs, I don't know, 50, 60 pounds. Heavy enough to where I don't want to hold it up and mark the holes. I don't want to fiddle-faddle with that. So instead, I'm going to mark the holes on a paper and then transfer those hole markings to the wood up here. All right, that looks good enough. This 2x6 is not big enough to accommodate for this mount, so I needed to add a piece of 2x4 blocking here, and I think that'll be sufficient to put it up. Right, that looks uneven. So if you can see on the bottom of this thing, the bottoms I'm gonna put in on here to take the weight while I screw these 2 in, because these 2 are set so close to the tool itself that you can't get an impact wrench in there. So I'm gonna need to do it by hand with a crescent wrench, unfortunately. Oh, so much better! So much better than dealing with this. Oh, Oh, years have I been fighting this.
Yes! Man, that's awesome.
All right, that's all I have. Hope you liked this. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. If you did find it useful, leave a comment, hit the like button. That'll help recommend this to other people who also may find this useful. So thanks for watching. See you later.